What's up, everybody? You're very welcome along to this Anfield Agenda One Football News crossover show. I am going to take you through the 5 best stories that I've been able to find on the One Football app. Look, if you don't know about One Football, what rock have you been living under? They are great supporters, firstly, of football fan content, but also they're one of the best apps out there, bar none, regarding football. It is free. You can download it entirely free with the link in the description below. One Football have got you covered for all the things: fixtures, video content, augmented reality feature. The first story of the day that I'm going to speak about is Liverpool being linked with a potential replacement for Joe Gomez in the form of Torino's player Gleison Bremer, or is it Gleison or Gelson Bremer? Goal have reported that Liverpool are one of a number of clubs monitoring him. And look, I don't know where I sit. I don't know too much about this dude, first and foremost. Torino obviously not doing very well in Serie A, but there's always good players even in the poorest of squads, so I don't know too much about him. But I tell you what, he'd want to have some capabilities to be able to replace Joe Gomez. And look, we speak about Joe Gomez potentially moving on quite a bit, but I don't want him to move on. I like Joe Gomez at Liverpool, but I can understand from his perspective if he wants to move on. The pasture's new, to try and boost his England chances, to get more first team football. You know, let's wait and see what happens. I would imagine it would take a pretty penny to buy him from Liverpool. But look, 25 years of age, this defender that we're speaking about here, Gelson or Gleison Bremer, excuse my pronunciations, but look, if you know one thing about me at this point, it's my pronunciations are always shocking. He's attracting interest from Juventus and has had a standout campaign in Serie A, according to the folks at Goal. Look, I will leave it up to you guys to let me know in the comment section if you think that Bremer could be an adequate replacement for Joe Gomez. One of the beauties of Joe is, of course, that not only can he play centre-back, he can cover at right-back for Trent Alexander-Arnold if need be. So look, I hope he doesn't go anywhere, Joe, but maybe, you know, let me know, would this be a good replacement for Liverpool if they do need to find a solution to the Joe Gomez centre-back situation? Let me know in the comments below. Our second story of the day is one that we actually brought you all the way back in January, I think January the 18th, and it is about Fabio Carvalho's move to Liverpool this summer. It is going to happen. We've seen it reported now wide and far by the likes of Fabrizio Romano, James Pearce, and this article that we're speaking about here is actually from The Athletic, from Mr. James Pearce, saying that the deal will take place in the summer. It will be £5 million in compensation. Obviously, Fulham are due costs if Fabio Carvalho moves to another English club for his footballing education. There's also talk of a potential £2.7 million in achievable add-ons there for Fulham as well. And there's still a bit of wrangling going on over a sell-on clause. I think Fulham are looking for Liverpool to include a 20% sell-on clause there for Fabio Carvalho. I don't mind, don't care either way. Most important thing is that he's coming to Anfield. And the questions that we're going to ask ourselves are, is he going to be a false nine? Is he going to be maybe somebody to play in the hole? Or will Jurgen Klopp have an idea for Fabio Carvalho that you, I and everybody else hasn't yet thought of? Because look, Harvey Elliott, I was sure, would have bet my life on him being a wide attacking player. But Kloppo seems to want to utilise Harvey in a midfield position. So, with Fabio Carvalho coming in, does that potentially spell the end for maybe Bobby Firmino, Sadio Mane, or will he be a replacement for Divock Origi, who looks likely to move on in the summer? AC Milan, the most likely destination there for Divock. So look, the fee, you don't get much for $7.5 million, $5 million guaranteed with $2.5 million, making it up to $7 million. It's a great piece of business. Now, if he was to move elsewhere, just to give you an example of this, if Fabio Carvalho moved, let's say, to Dortmund, Leipzig, Porto, anywhere outside of England, then Fulham would get, I think, about 250 grand only in compensation. The fact that he's moving to another English club really actually helps Fulham here, because if they can't agree a fee with Liverpool, it would have gone to a tribunal, but it does look like that fee has been agreed. For us, we knew when Nico Williams was part of or was sent on loan late in the January window, that was probably the sweetener to help Fulham and to help make this deal happen. So look, welcome to Liverpool Football Club, Fabio Carvalho, and very much look forward to seeing what the future has in store from a Liverpool shirt. The third story, my friends, is about Trent Alexander-Arnold and how the Match of the Day pundits were rightly giving him massive credit. Alan Shearer in particular reckons that he is one of, if not the best set-piece taker currently plying his trade. I think maybe there will be a couple of people that has something to say about that one. I mean, James Ward-Prowse, what a set-piece delivery he has and what a shot he has on him as well. But you know what? I would say, putting aside my Liverpool bias, Trent Alexander-Arnold is one of the greatest set-piece, dead ball passers of a football I've ever seen in my life. I've been lucky enough to see Xavi Alonso. I've been lucky enough to see many Liverpool players over the years, Steven Gerrard, Jan Molby. But at 23 years of age, this dude is already on par with David Beckham. And look, that's not me putting those words out there. That was something that Joe Cole and Rio Ferdinand spoke about on BT Sport. Alan Shearer on Match of the Day, as I said, he's just saying he's ahead of everybody else. He sees the game quicker than many other players, and I love that Trent is getting the plaudits that he deserves, because let's not forget, last season left out of the England squad at one point. You know, his form wasn't the best, questions were being asked about him, but time after time Trent Alexander-Arnold delivers, steps up. He and Andy Robertson broke the assist record in the Premier League himself this season. Trent, he stepped up his game again. Look at the ball he played to Luis Diaz, who headed it down for Mane for the goal against Benfica. Then look at the ball he played not too long afterwards over the top to Mohamed Salah. His vision and his range of passing is phenomenal, be it in open play, from a set piece. What a player we have on our hands. And you know what? I get the feeling as well that Trent Alexander-Arnold will be a one club man for his entire career. That could be just wishful thinking, but you know what? I'm doubling down on it. I'm sticking with it. Right, my friends, let's move on to story number 4. We couldn't do a One Football news video or a video of any variety this week without speaking about the game on Sunday at the Etihad. This article here speaks about the biggest game of the season. Liverpool travelling to the Etihad, 4:30 on Sunday, in a title decider. I mean, look, yes, it might necessarily be an all-out title decider, but if somebody is to win this game, it will certainly put them in a massive pole position ahead of the end of the season. For me as a Liverpool fan, I think this is a must not lose game, not necessarily a must win game, but I don't think we can afford to leave the Etihad with anything less than a point. Obviously that would still keep Manchester City ahead, but I think they're having a wobble. I think they're shaking a bit, and I think Guardiola's a little bit shook. So another thing to speak about in this game is, of course, the officials that are appointed for it. I don't think Liverpool or Manchester City fans are going to be overly happy with Anthony Taylor. And then, of course, Paul Tierney and VAR, which I feel like is just a slap in the face to us as Liverpool fans. We've got history with Paul Tierney, and I'm not overly confident that he's going to be fair. And I think that's the best way I can put it. I'm not overly confident at all. I don't want this game to be decided by a referee decision or a VAR decision. I would rather whomever is to go on and win this game, or maybe go in the Premier League, it's done on the pitch. Because let's make no bones about it, these are the two best sides in Europe right now, with maybe the two best coaches in world football as well. And it's going to be a great advert for the Premier League, great advert for English football, and I hope it lives up to it, and I hope that we aren't left ruining again a decision from VAR or referee that's impacted the game. If City go and beat Liverpool, I'll be the first one on to say well done. If Liverpool go and beat City, I'll be the first one on to brag. But I just hope either way it's got nothing to do with a refereeing decision. So, may the best team win on Sunday. What a big month this is for Liverpool and for Manchester City. My prediction for this game, I'm going to go to 2-2 draw. Let me know what you guys think as well in the comment section below. Is it the biggest game in the history of the Premier League? It's certainly the biggest game this season. And let me know your thoughts on the officials as well. Last story of the day is around Erling Braut Haaland and how Jurgen Klopp has absolutely downplayed any potential of Haaland moving to Liverpool this summer. Not a surprise really, is it? Now, none of us really thought as Liverpool fans that we would be paying the rumoured £500,000 a week wages on top of God knows how much in agents fees and stuff that would have to be paid to get Haaland to another club. He probably will end up in the Premier League though, probably at Manchester City. And as a Liverpool fan, how do I feel about that? If I said it didn't put the shits up me, I'd be lying to you. It absolutely does. I'm still hoping beyond hope that maybe Haaland ends up at Barcelona, Real Madrid or elsewhere. Because the idea of him through the centre in a Pep Guardiola team, yeah, it would be nerve-wracking. It would be a difficult season ahead for Liverpool next year. You know, he does have some injury concerns. He does pick up a few knocks throughout the season. He's still a young lad as well. Still, I suppose, growing into his adult body. But there's no denying the man's talent. For us, I think maybe it was the agent more than anything else that ruled Liverpool out of any serious interest in Haaland. But whomever he goes to, whoever signs young Haaland, is getting an unbelievable striker that I think will go on and be a future Ballon d'Or winner. So yeah, look, no surprise to hear that Jurgen Klopp ruled Liverpool out of that one. I think we all ruled us out of that a long time ago. But again, Klopp just saying straight out, we won't be going there. The numbers involved are just crazy. We'll be having nothing to do with it. That's a quote directly from Jurgen Klopp. So look, that brings us to the end of this Anfield Agenda 1 Football News crossover video. All the stories that I've spoken about you can find on the fantastic One Football app. There is a link in the description below to download One Football. It is entirely free. That link will bring you to a landing page. Whether you're an iOS user or an Android user, One Football have got you covered. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget, drop a like on the video. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And as I said, all roads lead to the Etihad. We will be live from 3:30 on Sunday for the game. Hope you guys can join us for it. Take care. Bye bye.